Welcome to Roland's Travels. Today I'm in Westbury in Wiltshire and we're taking a look around the town and particularly following something called the Westbury Blue Plaque Trail, which I shall leave a link in the description for you to be able to pick up a copy if you'd like to tour the area yourself, and that's what it looks like if you print it off. Let's start our tour in Bratton Road. There's an old school which is opposite the Oddfellows Hall, built in 1890, known as Prince Alfred Lodge. It was a local branch of the Oddfellows Friendly Society. The two buildings in front of us now, 6 to 8 Bratton Road. The closest one is number 8, which is probably early 17th century, and then number 6 is a timber framed house built between 1480 and 1530. And interesting, there's a late 19th century commercial sized brick oven within it. Now, Blue Plaque number 1 on the plaque trail is the Laverton, built 1872-73. The hall was given to the town for a wide range of public events, concerts and entertainments. Interestingly, in 1890 it hosted a banquet for the Australian cricket team, which was defeated at Grassacres by Mr. Laverton's 11, which included W.G. Grace. We're now at the second Blue Plaque, which is Prospect Square, built in 1869, built by Abraham Laverton. The plaque tells us that it was mainly for workers evicted for voting for him in an election, and the case helped the campaign for the Secret Ballot Act of 1872. The rents from the 32 houses on the right and left sides of the square maintain the 7 almshouses at the top, and with pensions for their occupants. So I've now arrived at the Pottery. This was a school opened in 1847, long closed as a school, but nice to see it being used. And we're now going to go down Alfred Street and find some nice things to look at down there. Come along with me. Now, it's appropriately called Alfred Street because just a few miles away there was the Battle of Ethandune, or Eddington, where King Alfred defeated the Danes. So we're just down from the Pottery now on Alfred Street. We're heading for Bitham Mill. We've also got the Horse and Groom Public House over there. It was first mentioned in 1882, and during World War II a mortuary was set up in the stable, now called the Alfred Room, in there. The only body it received was that of a German airman whose airplane crashed in 1944. So we've got a blue plaque over there. Let's go and make our way over and take a look at that. This is Bitham Mill. It's been developed into housing, as you can see around here. We'll just go and have a look at the blue plaque, which is getting overgrown somewhat by this tree. So there we are, it's a fulling mill in 1573, the earliest premise of the woolen cloth industry in Westbury. The factory was built in 1803, major extensions in 1829, 1869, and it actually lasted till 1969 when it was closed. This is the little house. It's rather attractive, isn't it? Beautiful. Tucked away here in Westbury. This was actually a tan yard and malt house, and were run together by the owners in the mid-19th century. Amazing. Let's carry on down. Just take a look at the other side of the Horse and Groom and its car park. Now, this building on the right is the lodge. It was built around 1850, and several horse trainers were based here between 1889 and 1927 with their gallops on the downs. And the stable were used as workshops by V.C. Bolton glove makers from 1932, although during World War II parts for aircraft were manufactured here. Another property with interesting history. As you can see, quite a lot of old properties in Westbury, with a mixture of the new tied in. Let's see what we can find further down. So the next building on the list we're told to look out for, obviously you can look at all of these lovely little cottages and things, but it's the Conservative Club, which was Ferndale House. This was an early 18th century clothier's house. It's got fine windows and workshops at the rear. Now unfortunately footage for that building didn't record, but you can actually see it just behind where that van is jutting out in the driveway there. We've now come out into the marketplace, and the next blue plaque, plaque number 4, is the Old Town Hall of 1815. It was built on the site of a market house by Sir Massey Lopes. He bought the borough in order to control the electorate of 61 and so its representation in Parliament. He was the MP who stood down after 15 months in 1829 to 30 to allow Robert Peel, who later founded the Metropolitan Police, a seat. Market stalls were set up on the open ground floor. Let's walk along now to plaque number 5 and see what this is all about. So this is the former Lopes Arms. Now the Lopes Arms was previously the Abingdon Arms, and before that the Bell. It's thought to be on the site of a 16th century inn, St George and the Dragon. It is recorded at the end of the 18th century that at election time the candidates were sworn in at the Guildhall, then carried on chairs covered with ivy to the inn, whilst throwing silver to the crowds. Now we've got the All Saints Church, possibly on the site of a Saxon church, rebuilt in the mid-15th century, and the third heaviest peal of 8 bells in the world, and a clock with no face, 1602. So some interesting facts for you there. Let's take a look around this area, because again, just enjoy the buildings and the sights that we can see. We'll take a walk around it. Said that William Westbury, a justice of the King's Bench, was allowed to build the Chantry Chapel. That's the present north aisle of the church here, 1437. And we have another blue plaque. Take a look at this one. It's number 35 Church Street. Trying to avoid the glare. There we go. Early 19th century building incorporating part of a medieval house within the manor of Westbury Chantry. Henry Pinniger established his solicitor's practice here in 1819. I still believe they're going strong. We'll just go around the front, see what it's like. The answer, it actually belongs to the solicitors. Amazing. And again, more old buildings there, but just go back round the church before we resume. Let's carry on round, do a full circle, I don't want to miss anything around here. Nice wildflower area has been created. So we'll leave the church behind us, going to Maristow Street. It was previously called Silver Street, but renamed between 1822 and 1830 by Sir Manasseh Massey Lopes after his Devon estate. The building 1 to 3 was the family's home in Westbury. We've now entered Edward Street. The building on your right is the former police station, and now we reach the library. The library dates back to about 1800. It was the home of the owners of Angel Mill. Then Home Mill joined on the north side, and this was used as a school in the mid-19th century. And this annex was rebuilt and became an umbrella factory, which relocated there during World War II. So, nice old library with a lot more history going back. And just round the back of the library, just looking at that wall over there with the infilled windows. That was probably the mill that was on here at some point. Matches the windows on the library. There we go, detective work to be done. And the good old shopping trolleys, they get everywhere, don't they? It's amazing how many years ago that was. Diana, 31st of August 1997. So now I'm approaching Angel Mill, which has been developed and turned into accommodation. It was built in 1806, and the original mill is now converted to flats. It's a very impressive building, as you will see, with 4 stories, and later buildings included a weaving shed. That goes back to 1868. There you go, Angel Mill, still got the name on the side. Just take a walk along Church Street here, because we have Westbury's famous swimming pools. And here they are, the Westbury swimming pool. those great Victorian age, I believe it was, women and men. We're going to take a look at the blue plaque and just verify what that says. Here we go. Yep, built by William Laverton to provide a pool and washing facilities with 10 individual baths, 1887 to 1888. And one of the oldest operational public swimming pools in the country. That's a time when people didn't have baths and bathrooms. So there's a stone laid. Here we go. We'll just carry on round here, just have a look at Church Street again, take us back. We had a little look at the bottom earlier with the Pinniger Finch solicitors. But again, just look at the beautiful buildings you have down this road, each with a story to tell. Amazing stuff. Numbers 24, and I must be up there. Yeah, 24 to 28, so all of these were once a factory in 1824. 26 to 28 became a short-lived technical school established by Mr. Laverton himself. There you go, some more. There is history on all of these amazing properties. Let's cross over and get a better view of the other side. With the church, we're doing sort of full circle from where we were at the church, and again, look at this timber black and white building here with the overhang over the door. Quite amazing, isn't it? So now I've come this far, I'll go back through the church, back to the car park where I've parked just off the high street. I would like to see if we can find the sunken garden around the church, because that was a mill pond. Just wonder where that is. It's not obvious, unless it's where those trees are growing. Probably is looking at the way the plants are coming out there. Just go and take a closer look. Possibly. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this fascinating look around Westbury. I'll put the link in the description where you can get the PDF should you wish to walk around and take a look for yourself, and the guided tour of the properties that are on the Blue Plaque scheme, and see what you think. So take care. Do remember subscribe to the channel. It helps us find more new viewers. Click the notification bell if you'd like to know every time a video is uploaded. That would be great. And I look forward to seeing you very soon. Do take care. Bye for now.